Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Cobalt SS, and today I'm just gonna do, I guess, a short vlog slash review on my 2006 Chevrolet Cobalt SS and why I really want to keep it stock, at least for a while, or for a long time. So, I've owned my Chevrolet Cobalt SS Supercharged for a year now. It's actually been a year and a few months, and it served me well. It's never broken down on me except one time, and that was actually on the road. The ECU and the crank position sensor failed, so I just drove off from a stoplight and it went. And yeah, that was not a fun day. But what is fun is when this car works perfectly 99% of the time. And just a few little facts on it. It's only got 205 horsepower, which is pretty light for today's standards. I mean, 205 horsepower, what's that? The new Civic Si? The new Elantra Sport? But it's actually kind of funny that those cars are just hitting 205 horsepower. This car was rocking it back in 2005, man. I mean, that was the king of the... Oh wait, I forgot the SRT4. But, I mean, the reason why I want to keep it stock is just look at this thing. I mean, seriously. I don't know if it's just me comparing it to, like, a Nissan Skyline or something. Maybe it's just these taillights over here. But, oh man. Check out those taillights. I think those are the coolest taillights of any compact car, like, for the past decade or something. Alright, I'll show you the inside, too. I mean, check out that inside too, man. People get on these Cobalts because of the freaking plastic in these things. I mean, yeah, they creak and they rattle, but I mean, they get the job done. It definitely looks a lot cleaner than some cars, especially on the outside too. It's not a spaceship like the Civic or something. One of the coolest things I love about this car is because it has a boost gauge right there. The stock supercharger on this thing only goes up to 12, so I don't know why they put it up to 20 there. But, you know, if you're modifying the hell out of this thing, that's really appreciative. I mean, the new turbo models have that digital display thing, which is, ooh, fancy. But, I mean, it gets the job done. You put your foot down on the pedal, it's something that goes up and down. Just something to entertain you while you drive. I like the gauges, too. On this car, they only came with the red gauges in any color. So, at least from my perspective, if you're gonna get this car, you should get it in red, because you get the red paint outside, you get the red gauges, which are automatic, but you also get the red interior. Actually, the red interior is a different option. I mean, at least what I think, people should get the red interior because it matches everything with this car. Of course, can't forget the sunroof. This sunroof has never given me any problems, even when I bought it. Actually, no, I lied. There is one problem that really annoys the crap out of me. When you're on the highway and you have this open, the sunroof likes to flap around at 65 miles an hour and above that. So you hear like your roof's about to fall off, but it's actually just this sunroof right here just flapping its wings. And there's another thing about that sunroof too. If you close the door, look at that. It bounces. That is kind of annoying. Something to get used to. But it's not really that bad because you're already out of the car. Another thing, I love the wheels on this thing. They're 5 spokes, they're 18-inch, and they're aluminum. They're really strong. They look really nice. They're a lot bigger than my cousin's RSX Type S, which is what I love, because big wheels on this car, oh man, they look really nice. These are the new tires that I got also. Achilles ATR Sport. I know they came out with ATR Sport 2s. This is the first Sport. These are brand new tires. You can see the tread is really deep on these things. The tires I had before were Uniroyal GTZ all-season tires. They were good. The back ones were good. The front ones were really out of whack. They were all out of tread, and well, let's just say it wasn't that fun in the rain. I'll show you why I love this car in 1 second. That is why I love my baby. It's got a 2-liter supercharged 4-cylinder engine when everyone else back then was doing turbocharging, except for Mini and except for Honda. Honda's the weird one because it had naturally aspiration. But this is the motor. Like I said before, puts out 205 horsepower and a really surprising 200 foot-pounds of torque. Those are really good numbers from a 4-cylinder. But of course the Dodge SRT4 rocking 215, 230 horsepower, 245 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that is absolutely a fucking beast. I'm not complaining about that. There's also a nice GM Performance Division badge right there. And this is why I like to keep it stock. I mean, there's not even an intake on this thing. I mean, it's the regular stock plastic hoses. It sucks up air from there. I mean, everything on here, nothing is modified in here. The only mods I've done to it so far is the brakes. I got new pads and new rotors, and I got a new clutch and the new tires. So basically, you know, regular maintenance stuff. I mean, later on I might be planning on getting something else. I'm not quite sure, but it's just to keep the car running for a long time, because I'm trying to reach 1 million miles out of this thing, and I'm probably going to keep it forever because GM really did an awesome job with this car and I really love it. I also forgot to mention one thing. I just changed the oil on this thing probably like a month ago. Says to use Mobil 1 5W30. Always use that oil. I've never used any other oil, at least from my personal experience. I love Mobil 1. They're awesome. What I use is Mobil 1 fully synthetic high mileage oil, because this baby's got almost 170,000 miles. I believe right now it's at 167. It's getting up there in the mileage, especially for a GM product. You know, people always say, oh my god, it's American, it's not gonna last like 2 seconds after you drive it off the lot or something. I mean, old GM, no question about it, but I'm surprised how long this one lasted me. It really gave me an eye-opener, because I was really into JDM. Now I'm just into cars, man. Alright, so before I end the video, I just want to end it off with a little treat. I wanted to give you guys a little sound on how the exhaust is. So I'll just end the video with that. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. So long, everybody.